Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to this channel. Here we work with the energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I want to take a moment while I'm getting this together to thank you so much for all your support through 2020. I know that I was disappeared a couple times, like once because of COVID and another time for my spiritual healing journey, which some of you Capricorns have also been on with your with that North Node in Cancer and the South Node in Capricorn. It was affecting a lot of us, right? So, but thank you so much for the comments and for the emails and the support and the love. It just was really helpful, and I wanted to take a moment to thank you for that. This video is going to be for your season, so happy birthday to you, Capricorn. It is for December 21st through January 19th. It's got a lot of big energy around it. I want to, wow, nothing, like, hold on. What is, see, the cards are acting, okay, thank you. Okay, so, if you are a subscriber, I want to thank you for that, but I'm going to ask that you check and see if you've hit the notification bell and that you have selected all, because I go live on Monday nights for Moon to Night Live. I pull cards for each of the signs of the zodiac, and then I take Q&A for about 30 to 40 minutes. It's from 7:30 to 9 p.m., and I turn into a pumpkin at 9, so we only go until 9. But I, So on the 21st, though, we're going to do cards out of a very special deck of mine. You get a bonus birthday card, I guess. A special deck of mine for the energy of that Saturn and Jupiter moving into Aquarius. It's going to make things a little easier to not have those guys all hanging out together up there in Capricorn, right? And so we're going to look at that, and the sun is moving into Capricorn, of course, and it is the solstice. So there's a lot of really great energy, so you should show up for that. And then on the 28th, I'm going to pull cards for each of the signs of the zodiac for health, wealth, love, and destiny for 2021. And anyone who's in the chat, you can get a private card pulled for you for each of those too. So it'll be like a private and special reading. It should be a lot of fun. If there's a lot of people in the chat, I may extend past 9 o'clock because I might, but I'm not going to guarantee that. We'll just see how the energy flows. All right. And the last thing before I get going here is I am starting a course. It's called Discovering Your Destiny. It will start on January 9th. I wanted to nestle it in between the two eclipses seasons so that we could really use that energy and help to discover through our birth charts, through numerology and a variety of other things, like what is our destiny? How do we use this energy, and how do we move forward through this year of change? Because 2021 is all about change, and the table has been set. The pieces are out there, and now we have to check what we want. We get to select. We're going to create, and it's our turn. Like the divine put everything in place, and now it's our turn, and what are we going to do? And so this is a really great opportunity to kind of take a look through based on some really good information, what it is that you want to do and go with next. So, okay, well, this should be interesting. Your overall energy is the birds. This is communication. This could be positive or negative. It's number 12, which is a 3. That's community. It's also an opportunity for growth. But we have this 7 of Pentacles energy that's also in this card, which means assessing what works and what doesn't work as far as communication goes. So this should be interesting. Let's get into it, see what we have here. Okay, so if you've never been here before for one of my monthlies, the monthlies will start coming out on Sundays because they are based on the sun sign. See how I like to do that? And every Monday there is the weekly because it's Moon Day, and so those will come out in case you are not notified. But the way I set this up is this is the key to the situation: thoughts, feelings, actions, past, present, future. We will clarify them, and let's see what we're getting into. Ooh. Okay, so this is the second sign. Cancer had this. Cancer had this in the same place. This this scythe, this cutting things out, the harvesting, the releasing, coming off of that eclipse energy that we just had in Sagittarius a week ago. Wow, time flies. Or drags, however you want to look at that. So there is, but the work is done. Like, I feel like in your heart, you've already cut something out. You already knew that project was done, and it is done. It is done. It is done. It is over, and you've harvested and you've pulled the seeds from this. And I feel like it is taking the seeds of intention. Like, one cycle is ending and a new one is beginning. See how we have the 10 here, like the Wheel of Fortune, and we have an Ace of Pentacles energy. So it's the seeds of intention for something. Maybe you determined that really wasn't working for you, because this is the assessing what's growing and what's not growing in a community perhaps situation. And so now you have these seeds, and you're going to have an opportunity to plant them in new and hopefully much more fertile ground. Here in the past, where you've been trying to decide, where you're trying to get more information, you've been feeling pretty exposed. Looking to the future. This is the willing, I feel like this is a willingness to be exposed, right? This naked statue guy, right? So this is being willing to be exposed and vulnerable, and male energy is very action oriented, and yet it's a statue. And so this is that energy of putting yourself out there, taking some action that puts yourself out there, where you are unmasked, you are unclothed, this is the standing at the podium naked in your dream giving the speech, right? It is this willingness to be completely open to a situation that will be in a very public space. It's in the middle, it's a statue in the middle of a park, right? But there's so much spiritual guidance. It's spiritually protected. See how they're just circling the statue? Feels like you are working on something where you're going to be communicating in a very public way and feeling a little exposed. The transition, the transformative energy here is that of the tree. So the tree represents a lot of different things. It can represent strength and integrity. It can represent home and family. It can represent knowledge and information. And it can represent physical health. Let's keep going, and we'll figure out what that has to do with here. Oh, look at you. In the house of abundance, financial abundance. This is that Ace of Pentacles energy here. You have an Ace of Cups. See the heart? But it's also yang energy of taking action and moving forward. Look, he's poised. He's at the starting line, and he's ready to move forward. During this month, you are going to be getting ready. Look, they're both moving forward. This is moving forward energy with something that is from the heart that can be financially rewarding. Or maybe it's just an abundance of love and joy and creativity in this project, because it feels like a project. Okay. You've had some anxiety about the way forward. You've been moving kind of slow, taking your time. Being spiritually guided, though. I like that. See all the fireflies, and that's the inner light that she's shining to see her way forward, and the moonlight that's following your intuition. It's like, I have a destination, but there's been some anxiety about, am I moving in the right direction? There's a lot of weeds. Okay, there's a lot of weeds. If you've ever worked in a restaurant, I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase, being in the weeds. It's like there's so much going on that it's hard to see what you're supposed to do next. So sometimes the scythe is about, there was a lot to do. And so it feels like you had to finish up some projects in order to be able to move forward. But the thing about the scythe card, it always points to where you're going from here. And it's pointing to here, which is perfectly placed. So whatever the outcome is, I'm really hoping it's positive. This is not so good. You're having a lot, boy, you're feeling very anxious about the situation. Okay, we have the mice in the area of the heart. I want to, again, say this is a heart-driven energy. Okay? 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. That's change. There's 7 wands there. That's taking the higher ground. She is looking off into the distance, and there's something nibbling away at her self-doubt. See the color of the solar plexus there. I want to encourage you to trust and that you are protected. I feel like allowing time for the growth. When you plant a seed, it does not grow unless it's Jack of the Beanstalk's beanstalk. It doesn't grow overnight. I feel like this is going to be a slow-moving growth transformation that happens. Yeah, okay. So here we are. In the recent past, there's been concerns over how long it's taking. It's a slow-moving, developing thing. We have the stork, that's that 9 months waiting to give birth to something. So it's something you've been working on for a while. And apparently you don't need to put all the information out there yet. 2 things when I see the book show up. First off, this book has a padlock on it. So that makes me feel like the action is that there's information that you don't know yet, or there's information you shouldn't be sharing yet. So say you're working on like a new computer program for something or the other, but you don't have all the details. You don't want to share it out there and have someone like figure it out before you get there. So not necessarily everything needs to be out there. There's that. There's also could mean that you need to seek more information for yourself in order to keep going. Like in order to grow and to transform, you're going to need more knowledge that you don't know everything you need to know yet. Oh my God, these are beautiful. Okay, this snake has shown up so many times, and this snake does not bother me. Look at this snake. He is shedding his skin while being divinely guided. She's sprinkling the stardust. Okay, so when transformation happens that way, it is like peristalsis, right? It's the contraction and the expansion, the contraction and the expansion of the snake. The snake is about knowledge. The snake is about wisdom. And also it's the shedding of the old to bring in the new, the cutting out what does not work for you. It's releasing and letting go so that you can move forward. Because the card that came out to clarify it, the bonus card, look, is all the abundance. Flowers in Lenormand is happiness and joy. And if you look at each one of those flowers as another blessing to count, that bouquet is filled with blessings. It's filled with blessings. So whatever this is, it will be something. So the reason I thought maybe internet or whatever is because of the communication here and that it's very public, okay? But it could be public speaking, it could be teaching. Maybe you took on a teaching job and you're wondering, are you ready? Maybe you had to complete school and you're feeling, maybe it's your first year and you're a little nervous about it. It could be any number of things. But there is an opportunity for real growth here, but the growth is not going to happen overnight. The transformation is going to take time because between the snake here and this slow growth in the transformation process, I want to encourage you to have faith and count the blessings along the way, allow for the expansion and the contraction and not worry so much about speed. Although he looks like he's at the starting line. He's like, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. He's at the starting line. You're at the starting line. And I want to say it looks like a marathon, not a sprint. With the tree here and the snake there. Okay? So don't doubt yourself just because it's not, you're running and running and running. And honestly, who am I talking to? Capricorn, you know this. You'll be able to overcome the obstacles. Don't doubt yourself. And keep looking for the information that you need. This right here, this is 10 of Pentacles. 2 plus 6 is 8. That's self-mastery. That's the energy of Saturn, right? And 10 of Pentacles, that's having it all. And so you can unlock everything that you need. You're just going to have to give yourself time. And be consistent, right? I feel the need to say that with that 8 of Pentacles. That's that consistent self-mastery. Be brave and be honest. Well, there you go. Naked and standing there in front of everybody. That's being brave and that's being honest. Honest as in, I'm showing you who I am. I have integrity. This is courage, strength, and integrity, right? So that is holding the sword of truth close, which is also kind of this energy of not necessarily sharing everything. Ooh, that was a snappy little shuffle there, wasn't it? I don't know how loud that sounded. On that side of the microphone, there's not as much noise, but man, that was loud. All right. So, well, you guys probably saw that before I did. You have the wolf. Be independent, but work together. So whatever it is that you're doing here, it requires a synergistic approach, right? They're both each on their own bird, but they're working together to move forward on something, you know. So some kind of communication and that takes flight and moves forward, but independent, right? They're gonna have to dodge around their own little tree bushes or whatever, limbs or whatever. So working together, but also doing your own stuff. Don't be completely reliant on other people, and do your work too, do your transformation too. I think if you worry too much about relying on other people, then it nibbles away at your self-confidence, and I don't want to see that for you. And then you have the whale. Live as a fully conscious human being. Part of that is that attitude of gratitude. Count your blessings, because as you count them and they start to multiply, because they multiply because you're counting them, because when you see them, then you see other ones, and you see other ones, and your bouquet gets bigger and bigger and more beautiful, and it brings more joy and happiness, and you raise that vibrational energy. You attract in so many more worthwhile opportunities, higher vibrational energies to you, and you have the eagle. Seize opportunities courageously. Seize opportunities courageously. I also want to say, look, this is the depths of your soul and the height of your spirit. This is like energy from top to bottom, as above, so below. What you think about, you manifest and you create. And also, be independent, but work together. You're working with spirit, but that you have to do the work. Nothing's coming to us on a silver platter this year. And you could say, well, that never really happens. No, honestly, the table has been set and you have to do the work this year. But that's okay, Capricorn. You know how to do that. I'm not worried about you. We didn't all. Those that were resting may have forgotten what it's like to be out there pushing hard all the time, and it might take a little readjusting. Raising my hand. But it'll be so worth it. Look at that bounty, that bouquet of blessings with this transformation. Okay, so here we go. This right here, we've got clearing of the debts. Okay, so your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. Take some time and sit down and create a budget if that's what you need to do. Like, we're all having to figure out our way through this, but then be willing to seize the opportunities courageously that come to you. Right? And then you have cooperation instead of competition. This is working together with somebody. That's the loveliest connotation of the birds I've ever seen in this reading. Like, in this card sometimes shows up and it doesn't give me this energy, but the energy coming off of this card this time is about teamwork. It's about teamwork. So cooperation instead of competition. What is yours and no one can take it from you. There is no need to compete as there is abundance for all. Okay, so he looks like he's getting ready to run a race, like he feels like he has to rush in order to bring in this abundance. But the key is doing what you love. And if it's yours, it will come to you. And this is not a sprint. He looks like he's lined up for a sprint, right? That's how you start a sprint. You don't start a marathon that way. You start a marathon in standing position. But when you come off the blocks, that's a sprint. And it looks like you're gearing up for a sprint. And I just would like to really help you to recognize that it is a marathon. It is going to be slow growing. It's going to take some time, and you may feel a little frustrated by that from time to time. And you need to allow grace for that, because whatever you are supposed to receive, and it does look like there will be abundance coming to you because this yang energy bringing in abundance, it's going to happen. But it's a marathon. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperation and partnership, you can accomplish anything. Actually, everything. You can accomplish whatever you want, as above, so below. There is enough for everyone. There is enough for everyone. Always has been, always will be. Gaining access to it hasn't always been easy, but it's always been there. So now this is a matter of looking for the opportunities and seizing them and claiming them for your own. And I sever the vows of poverty that I have ever made across all lifetimes and all timelines. I am abundance. Just had that conversation with Virgo. I think it was Virgo. Having it with you. I am abundance. Make that that's your mantra for clearing the debts. That is your mantra for what you're trying to build here. I am abundance. Okay? I'm going to get you one more card. Starting out your year right. Starting out your year strong. And understanding that it is a marathon. This year, it's going to get a slow start for everyone. Knowing what you want, being courageous, and working with others is going to help you to get there. You're going on an adventure. I don't know if you can read it, but it says adventure. There we go. See that path? You can't see everywhere you're going either. And it's winding up and down and up. There you go, mountain goat, right? Up and down, up and down. But those actually aren't, you've seen more formidable obstacles. And by the way, no mountain card showed up here. It's actually pretty nice energy. Wonderful new experiences fill my life. I am abundance, and wonderful new experiences fill my life. There is a promise here to transform your life through your own self-belief that you are capable. So, be brave and be Honest. Honesty will win the day. Courage. And looking for the opportunities, and then picking the bouquet of abundance. All right. All right. Well, so excited for you. All right. So come back here and hang out with me on Monday nights for Monday Night Live, and check out the Discovering Your Destiny workshops that I will be putting out starting January 9th. I think you will really enjoy them. All right. You guys take care. Happy birthday.